Hello and good evening, everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever time it is for you. After all, the daylight savings times have gone into effect, or wherever you are in the world. It's Mikey and MikeySuzeFour, and of course, this is my time, whatever time I choose, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, to do my weekly reviews. And we've reached Wednesday. Happy Hump Day! And of course, I did a stream just a few minutes ago with Miss Raquel, SSG 2211, Milton Knowles, the Insane Witch King, and Miss Moira Kitty, as we celebrated all of us and a bunch of our family community, including Hakeem, Nemesis of Eden, and Sashi, and everybody we know, for Raquel's 5th year anniversary on YouTube. That's quite an achievement. Yeah. Now, I wanted to stress that uh, later this month, as like I said, we are having a Thanksgiving stream on the 28th of November, but also to celebrate my dad's post birthday. He'll be turning 80 on about 4 days prior on November 24th. Also, my uh, uncle, my great uncle Justin, also is turning around the same age. But also, I just found out that I started with YouTube myself back in November of 2006, and I actually started November 30th of 2006. So this coming November 30th, which falls on a Saturday, I will be doing in the evening. I'll be doing a special stream to commemorate the 18 years that I've been a member of YouTube. So that'll be my 18-year anniversary that I plan on doing later at the end of this month. So I just planned that, but I don't know what time yet. But it will be in the evening. Just I'll say that much. But I just don't know what time yet. So we'll figure it out. And guess who's here? Rebellious Pastry. Hi, Rebellious Pastry. I haven't seen you in a really long time. Hold on for just a second. I hadn't seen you in a really long time, so here we go. There we go. Okay, Rebellious Pastry. Congratulations. You're now a standard moderator for our Mikey Sue's 4 channel. So congrats. Appreciate you being here. I hadn't seen you in a while and been always meaning to add you as a standard mod to our family community, but didn't get a chance. But I'm glad you're here. So hello. Good to see you. Okay, uh, so just know that there's a future planned stream, not only for the 28th of November, for, you know, obviously two birthdays important to me and in our family, Mikey Sue's family, but also Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and then on the 30th, we'll have that special live stream, for our 18th anniversary on YouTube. Um, and then let's see. Yeah, this coming Friday on the 8th. Yeah, on November 8th, we're gonna stop there with the Star Trek films until next year. We'll renew those and go back to those next year. But I think after this Friday, I'm gonna stop because yeah, there's just too many things going on right now, and I need more time. Suzanne and I need time to clean up our apartment, move things around, put things away where they're supposed to go, and have some room in here. And we got other things to do in the next couple months. That's why we're taking all of December off, except for a couple of dates, which is Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. And then there's going to be one webcam on December 1st, which will announce the final poll results for the 3 polls I've got running for the plans for the channel next year. And then also on January 1st, there will be a major announcement. So make sure you mark your calendars. Don't forget, hit the like button today. Uh, and we'll still be doing these webcams, like I said, and we'll be doing the one episode of Red Dwarf Next week will be a stream because that's for the polymorph, and then it'll go back to webcam after that. And then there's a stream each Tuesday we're trying to do with Jay until the end of this month for TOS. We're doing TOS episodes. And earlier yesterday we did Where No Man Has Gone Before, which is a great episode. So, um, and then uh, the next episode we're doing for next Tuesday for TOS would be The Naked Time, and then like I said for Red Dwarf is Polymorph. So that's all coming up next week. Um, so that'll go on at least, like I said, till the very end of this month, and then we got lots to do after that. So I have no idea what we're going to do after December. I know that, like I said, we're not going to do anything really, except for a couple things. But after that, we don't know what next year is going to bring. Just don't know. So we're just going to play it by ear and see what happens. But anyway, tonight we're going into uh, episodes 15 and 16 of season 2 of The Greatest American Hero. And the episode titles are called The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea, which is episode 15, and episode 16 is It's All Downhill from Here. And the first one came out Wednesday, February 24th, 1982. The next one came out March 3rd of 1982, and the episode 15 has had only 75 people vote on it so far with a 7.0 out of 10, and on the other one only 72 people have voted so far with a 6.7 out of 10. So, and like I said, we do have our one person in the chat, Rebellious Pastry. Uh, So, Rebellious, if you say one more thing, if you're still here watching, um, you'll be able to see that you are a standard mod for the channel, for our group, for our family. So, yeah, if you do, and I appreciate you hitting the like. Thank you. That means the world. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so if you do this on the rewatch, you know that I always go by um, the following categories. I always go with trivia, and I also go with goofs, if there are any. I also go with if there's a member of the cast or crew, which sounds familiar, we go ahead and go by that too. And then music, of course, soundtrack. And if there's any filming and production, we go by that as well. So, yeah. Okay, so let's go with the first episode here. Okay. And in this episode, of course, both of these are TV-14 when they had a TV rating system later. um, this one is while visiting Bermuda, Bill investigates whether dinosaur attacks may cause the loss of ships in the Bermuda Triangle. The director was Sidney Hayers, Hayers. The writers, of course, were Jay Cannell, Stephen J. Cannell, and Frank Lupo. And of course, it presented the usual suspects William Catt as Ralph Hinckley, or Ralph. Well, they had to take out that Hinckley, for obvious reasons with the Reagan thing. And then, Robert Culp as Bill Maxwell, Connie Selica as Pam Davidson, uh, Faye Grant as Rhonda Blake, and Michael Pare as Tony Villicana. And the one person that stands out to me in the cast is Glenn Turman, who played Captain Leclerc. Uh, Leclerc, some people pronounce it, but I believe it's in French, so it's Leclerc. But I will check that for you, folks, if we have very limited information. So, okay. All right. So, let's see. All right, let's go to trivia first. Okay. Now it says the title is based on the idiom between the devil and the deep blue sea, which means one must choose between two undesirable situations. Now, Connie Selica also starred in a movie called The Bermuda Depths, 1978, also set in the Bermuda Triangle as an unwilling femme fatale. At the beginning of this episode, Ralph asked Bill to bring his suit to the island, but in the previous episode, when their Caribbean trip started, Ralph already had his super suit. William Cat later starred in Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend, which involves Cat's character discovering a living dinosaur. And then Ralph nicknames the sea monster he's looking for Carrie. Cat starred in the 1976 horror classic Carrie with Sissy Spacek. That was a great one. And John Travolta. Yeah. And Pam wears a black one piece swimsuit in one scene of this episode. It is almost similar to what Diana Prince, played by Linda Carter, wore in particular second and third season episodes of Wonder Woman from 1975. The contrast is Pam wore a one piece swimsuit with two straps, and Diana wore a one piece swimsuit with one strap. That's interesting. Okay, and now we have the goofs, and one is errors in geography. When Bill arrives with the suit, Ralph is researching the Devil's Triangle. He says that the Mary Celeste was last reported in that area. The fate of the Mary Celeste was mysterious enough without adding in the fiction that it was affiliated with the Bermuda Triangle in any way. Also, there's a couple of character errors. One of them is Bill claims the police verified that the kelp found on the contrail came from the bottom of the ocean at 3,000 feet deep. Kelp only lives to around 200 feet deep. And at the 9 minute and 38-second mark of the episode, after picking Bill up from the airport, Pam is driving the wrong way down a one way street. The cars parked parallel to the curb are facing towards her, as are the cars on the opposite side of the street that are angle parked. And here's a spoiler. So remember, in a spoiler, make sure you put your hands over your ears if you're hoping to watch this episode later, binge watch it. If not, that's fine. But when I'm done with the spoiler or spoilers, I will go ahead and just wave my hand and it'll be done. So now, in the spoiler for this episode, Pam says under maritime law, an abandoned hazardous vessel can be claimed by the salver, the one that does the salvaging. Technically, this is not correct. A salver of a private owned vessel is entitled to an award based upon several factors, including what actions and risk they must take to remove any risk and secure the vessel, but never more than the value of the vessel and its cargo. So, in this case, presumably, the max award would be likely as the vessel was under power with no navigation, thus presenting a grave risk. The vessel's owner or insurance carrier must decide whether to award monetary value in lieu of the ship and cargo. Okay. And of course, in the soundtrack, we had the theme song again, which is performed by Joey Scarberry, written by Mike Post and Stephen Geyer. That was the one song, which is always done. But, sometimes there's some made up songs that Stephen Geyer writes that are original songs. And then most times Joey will sing them. Okay. And we have two quotes. One is between Siler Johnson, Tony Villicana, and Paco Rodriguez. And Siler says, "Come on, Tony, she's doing it for us. Now you know that. I mean, if this guy can get us next to a big record producer in London, huh? This guy couldn't put you next to Bozo the Clown. Besides, I'm the manager. I'm supposed to do the negotiating." And Paco says, "Oh yeah, man, like you negotiated this job yourself, spilling drinks in people's laps." And then between Pam and Bill, Tony pushes Dickie into the pool. "See, Dickie, take a donkey." There are times when I could almost change my mind about Villicana. Oh man, that is so cool. All right, and the filming and production. The filming was mostly done in Saint Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and that's where it was pretty much the whole thing. And let's see. Let's take a look at Glenn Glynn Turman, Turman, who played Captain Leclerc. We'll take a look at him here. Okay. And Glenn Turman is a African American actor, director, and producer. And he is officially 77 years of age. He is a New York City bred actor. His full name is Glenn Russell Turman. And he originated the role of Travis Younger on Broadway in Lorraine Hansberry's landmark play A Raisin in the Sun in 1959 opposite Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, Claudia McNeil, and Diana Sands as his various who played his various family members. And while he did not play the role when it transferred to film in 1961, he did intensify his studies at Manhattan's renowned High School of Performing Arts. He has won one Primetime Emmy, and that was a outstanding guest actor in a drama series back in 2008 for a show. He played Alex Senior in a movie called Treatment. So it was a TV movie called Treatment that he was in. He's also been nominated in 2019 for a Primetime Emmy as Outstanding Guest Actor for How to Get Away with Murder for an episode that was called It Was the Worst Day of My Life for playing Nate Leahy Sr. And in the movie Fargo, uh, in 2021, Fargo, when it went to limited series or a movie made for television, he was nominated the Critics' Choice Award for Best Supporting Actor in a limited series or a movie made for television for Fargo. So, yeah, very cool. Older gentleman there, Glenn Turman, was in this episode. So, yeah, very cool. Okay. Okay, well, it looks like we have 3 likes. Thank you so much. And so for this episode, like I said, it was about a 7.0 out of 10. I think that's pretty accurate. I gave it myself a C plus, between a C plus and a B minus. It was okay. I did like the fact that it was in Bermuda, so well in St. Croix, in the Virgin Islands, which I love the scenery. They do some great stuff when they film outside of LA and so on. Um, every once in a while, which is great. They travel to other places. When they were in the Caribbean on the episode previously, that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I love those island. Like I'll never get to see them in my lifetime. My parents have been lucky enough, with some of the rest of our family members, to go to the Caribbean and to the islands there, and beautiful, beautiful scenery, and wonderful cruise ship and everything they went on, and it was just so much fun. It really was. So, yeah, I mean, so that's like I said. So I gave it let's see, yeah, so a C plus, which would probably bring it like a 3.7 out of 5, something like that. Yeah, 3.7. That sounds about right. Yeah, so between a C plus, B minus. Yeah, it was pretty good. A pretty good episode. Okay, so let's get back to episode 16, and we'll just go ahead and get back to that here. Uh, there we go. Okay. All right. So the next episode is, like I said, is called uh "It's All Downhill." There it is. It's all downhill from here. The plot is Ralph goes undercover as a skier to help a defector escape his pursuers. And like I said, that one got a 6.7 out of 10 average. So we'll go to that one. Okay. Now, Sidney Hayers also directed this, and it was written by Stephen J. Cannell and Patrick Hasberg. So Lupo did not work on this, but he assisted. And of course, it has the usual suspects. And let's see. Yeah, Sandra Kearns, who's in it as Samantha Bryce. And yeah, we and Red West came back. We talked about him earlier. He plays Fred Blandon. And William Lucking, we talked about him. He plays Robert Allen Klein in this episode. And let's see. Bob Hastings, yeah. Remember he was Elroy on McHale's Navy. He plays the sportscaster in this. So, you know, we'll talk about Sandra Kearns and Bob Hastings. And let's see. Yeah, so before we get into the trivia, let's go ahead and check their profiles quickly first. All right. So Sandra Kearns is still around. She is right now, let's see, okay. So she is 75 years old. She was born on July 20th, 1949. Um, she was in a movie called What Dreams May Come, which featured Robin Williams and also Cuba Gooding Jr. She was in the movie House Calls in 1978, and the Dreams one was 1998, right? And then she was in The Incredible Hulk in 1977. Um, she's been married since 1975. They have two children, and I guess she retired to be the mom to her kids because it doesn't look like she did very much acting after 1993. Uh, she was in a video called Magic Kid, and she played the role of Anita. She was in 38 episodes from 1987 to 1990 of Charles in Charge, you know, with Scott Baio. She played Ellen Powell. She was in a TV series called She Wolf of London for one episode in 1991. Karen Colfax, and then she was in the new Adam 12 TV series in 1991. She did an episode of that. Um, Also, like I said, she did stunts for What Dreams May Come in 1998. So she's a stunt woman also. Uh, House Calls, she played Lanny Mason in 1978. Like I said, she did 38 episodes of Charles in Charge, and she did two episodes of the Incredible Hulk TV series. In one episode, she played Maggie, and then another one, she played Sandra. So, Sandra Kearns, yeah. And yeah, she was in Who's the Boss even for one episode. That's pretty cool. Oh wow. And Punky Brewster, Trevor John MD. Yeah. Yep. She was even in one of the Chud films. Yeah. All right. Okay, now we'll take a look at our next man, Bob Hastings. Okay, so Bob Hastings passed away in 2014. He was the ripe old age of 89. As you know, he worked in early galactic action series in television, Captain Video and his Video Rangers and Atom Squad. The Captain Video, of course, 1949, Atom Squad in 1953. He played either a sergeant or a lieutenant on the Phil Silvers Show, also known as Sergeant Bilko in 1955. And of course, he did 129 episodes from 1962 to 1966 of McHale's Navy as Lieutenant Elroy Carpenter. And he was in the Poseidon Adventure movie in 1972. He played MC and he did voiceover work. In 1993, he was in the animated movie Batman Mask of the Phantasm. He voiced Commissioner Gordon, and then he voiced Commissioner Gordon again in 1998 for the animated video movie Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. So he did a lot of that work. And he was even in a video game. The last thing he did there in 2010, he was in Mafia 2 video game. He was the voice of the judge in that. And his last Batman role as Commissioner Gordon was in Batman Mystery of the Batwoman in 2003. So, yeah. So that is Bob Hastings. Yeah. So, okay. So let's go to trivia. All right. And there's a couple. Ralph asks if Robert Klein thinks he's James Bond. Michael Billington, who plays here a Russian assassin, played a Russian spy in the Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. And Bob Hastings appears in this episode and in a later one as a sportscaster. In season one, he appeared as Pam Davidson's father. Right, that's right. Okay, next we got Goofs. We have, let's see here. One continuity goof when Ralph is invisible and is listening into the conversation that Robert Klein is having with one of his agents. He tips Klein's coffee cup so that it spills on his vest and tie. In the very next shot, Klein is holding the coffee cup and acting as if he spilled coffee on himself, yet there's no coffee anywhere on his suit. And there is one spoiler. This is for a factual error. So put your hands over. The CIA is explicitly prohibited from direct action on U.S. soil. They can provide experts to assist within the United States, but not to perform any actions like the actions that were shown in this episode. Okay, so now you can take your hands off your ears. All right. Now we'll go to the quotes. And oh, good. There's a bunch of quotes here. That's awesome. Okay, so we'll start first with Bill and Ralph. And Bill says with emphasis, Ralph, this is Robert Allen Klein. Ralph says, Bill, I don't care if the guy knows James Bond. He can at least be polite. Bill says, he is James Bond, Ralph. Can you get that? Now put a lid on it before I wind up working in a parking lot. Then Ralph and Bill said, I get so angry, Bill. These guys treat us like we're a couple of amateurs and we're the only two people up here that can crack this thing. Yeah, CIA stands for Creeps in Action. If they just opened up with the info, we could crack this thing like an Easter egg. And then there's a interaction between Ralph and Pam. Um, Ralph says, Boy, is this a great day? I get to watch some of the best skiers in the world compete in the World Cup downhill, and you get to watch me. Ralph, come on. It was the suit. It wasn't you. You never skied that way before in your life. I don't think anybody had. And I think I'm going to collapse. Can we take it easy? Well, I'm just having fun on the old boards, you know. It was the suit, Ralph. It was not the suit, Pam. We don't know the suit can ski. Then why are you wearing it? Because it keeps me warm. Do you know how much ski clothes cost today? Tell me about it. Well, I'm saving up for my Jaguar. Oh, yeah, the Jag. Don't start that now. Come on. You know my station wagon's all beat to heck, and a Jaguar is a good car. Hey, hon, I think it's terrific. I've always wanted to date a guy who drove a Jaguar. And then Ralph says, Come on, this man did not die from a heart attack. Fred Landon says, Look, it might have been congenital. You know, he probably overtrained. So I would appreciate it if you would keep what you think you saw just between us. Otherwise, I'm going to have to put you on a plane to D.C. with a booking sheet pinned to your shirt. On what charge? Felony troublemaking. How's that sound? It sounds like the 60s to me. And then Samantha Bryce. Ralph, those look like sealskin boots. That's endangered species, Ralph. Sam, these are not real sealskin. Endangered naugahyde, maybe, but that's about it. And then Bill and Ralph. I see you finally sprung for those sealskin booties you wanted, Ralph. They're not real sealskin, Bill. They're fake. Samantha, really, these are recycled fur. Oh, go great with the Jaguar, anyhow. Jaguar? Ralph, you're not going to get a Jaguar coat, are you? No, you don't wear it, honey. You drive it. It's a little red job. Past anything except a gas station. What? I love the color red. It's your best color, Ralph. And then Bill to Pam says, "That's hot wine. Come on. Don't they have something with some teeth in it?" "But body's a temple, Bill." "It is? Oh, well, if I said a prayer, could I get some teeth in it?" And then Bill and Samantha, Bill says, "Is that coffee that I smell? A cup of crank would really bring me back to life." "Tea. I don't have coffee. It reverses spiritual polarization." "Oh, well, we wouldn't want that to happen, would we?" Alrighty. And besides the Believe It or Not theme song, there's another original song written by Stephen Geyer and performed by Joey Scarberry called Free to Fly. Free to Fly. So, okay. And let's see. And no filming and production. Okay, so we're good there. All right. So let's go back here real quick. And yeah, it was pretty good. Okay, so on this episode, episode 16, um, like I said, most of the persons that have voted on this give it somewhere on an average of 6.7 out of 10. So I would agree that just like the episode before that, um, I'm going to say again, probably what point 0.1 lower, so about 3.6 out of 5. So pretty much a C plus. The other one was pretty much between C plus B minus. Um, episode 15, but this one is just a little bit lower. So I gave it exactly a C plus, a 3.6 out of 5, pretty much, which sounds about right. Okay, so for next Wednesday, we will have season 2, episode 17 and episode 18. Episode 17 is called Dreams, and episode 18 is called There's Just No Accounting. And so we will be doing those, of course, next Wednesday. Time to be determined. Yeah, we don't know what time, but it'll be done sometime Wednesday. And then tomorrow for the A team, let's tell you quickly the episode titles for that for tomorrow, which are also episodes 15 and 16 of the second season. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. I'm sorry, folks. Just give me a moment. It takes a little while to upload stuff. Okay. So, tomorrow, season 2, episode 15 will be the Battle of Bel Air. And that's where Marla, sorry, not Maria, Marla Heasley joins the recurring cast as Tanya Baker. Where she takes over officially from Amy Amanda Allen, who was played by Melinda Kulea. So that's her starting episode tomorrow. And then episode 16 is called Say It With Bullets. So Battle of Bel Air and Say It With Bullets. That'll be tomorrow. Okay. Alrighty. And we have Plane Down Under is here. Hello, Plane Down Under. Good day, peeps. And Sir Lemon Pie came in. Hey, Mikey. And yeah, Plane Down Under says, What Dreams May Come is such a sad, despondent movie. I totally agree. I totally agree. But I do enjoy Robin Williams' role in it. So it's not so bad. I mean, but Robin Williams has to play a serious role, because he lost his wife, and yeah, it is very tragic. But Cuba Gooding Jr. helps him along the way. So yeah, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Oh, and since we did this for Rebellious, here we go. All right, Playing Down Under. So now you, as well as Rebellious Pastry, are a standard moderator for our MikeySuzeFour family channel. So, family community. So, congratulations and welcome to our growing community family. Okay, so I had said a prayer earlier, so I'm going to say just this quick one of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for the wonderful thing called social media. As you know, today or yesterday was the election for the next president of the United States. Hopefully and prayerfully that the American public have chosen their leader by now, or at least we'll know in the next few hours, probably in the next few days for sure, but after they get all the votes counted. But hopefully they all made the right decision, and let's hope that when our Canadian citizens get a chance to vote for their next premier, let's hope they all make the right decision as well. So for all this, we ask in God's name, Amen and Amen, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. There we go. Okay, so for the just to let you know again, till the end of this week, tomorrow another webcam. Time to be determined. We'll be doing the next two episodes of the A Team from season two. Again, episodes 15 and 16. Then on Friday, I will be co-hosting with Gorilla's Random Thoughts as we're doing our next Walton stream. And then on Saturday and Sunday for a brief amount of time. Well, pretty much all time on Saturday, but for a brief amount of time because I have a prior engagement for Sunday. Um, we'll be doing with Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf, along with myself, our friend, brother Curtis Selby, who is our Tired Midnight blogger, and Johnny, brother Johnny, who is our cyberpunk dystopia. All four of us, uh, we host together the movie Death Becomes Her. And the three of us gentlemen, we all do an MST3K esque commentary on the movie. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And Charlotte is the silent hostess with the mostest. And she's very well talented. She's a great singer. When you hear her, go subscribe to her channel. Make sure that um, when you subscribe, and of course, don't forget to hit the like and today, and make sure you share this with your family and friends, and don't forget that notification bell, the ding, 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 so that you'll be notified of future events. And with Charlotte, check out some of her music videos, things she's put together, original music, original creations. She's very, very highly talented. So again, that's Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf, exactly as I said it. So when you replay this, just type that in. You should be able to find her on YouTube. So her channel. Okay. So that should cover everything for tonight, or early this morning, and cover everything for Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll see you again, and don't forget, we love you out there. We care about you. We pray that everything goes well with your families and your friends and acquaintances, relatives, anybody you know. And with the great uh, movie critic Gene Siskel and the legendary The Aisle is now closed. Thank you everyone for being here. And of course I always say peace from MikeySuzeFour. So have a good night and God bless everyone and everyone in the United States and in Canada and in the world. Thumbs up. And thank you, Rebellious Pastry, Plain Down Under, and Lemon Pie for being here tonight. Really appreciate you all being here as part of the webcam, the weekly webcam series. So again, peace.